Unfortunately, sometimes the cause of divorce is adultery. And when that happens, there are some myths that we hear in our consultations with potential clients about the impact on the division of the marital estate. It can be something that a judge considers in Georgia as far as the other, the cause of the divorce, and if the cause is adultery, it's negative. It could be negative. But oftentimes we see judges still go towards a more equitable, even division of things, unless the affair was egregious, or the cheating spouse spent marital funds on that affair, and then in that case, judges will often try to rectify that. But it's rare that somebody's really punished, unfortunately, for committing adultery in Georgia. One of the myths about adultery and divorce is that it's going to have some impact on the custody and visitation decisions being made. Almost without fail, it's got nothing to do with custody and visitation. The only time you would see that is if maybe the children were exposed to some inappropriateness, but oftentimes it is an apples and orange thing, and the judge isn't going to consider adultery in deciding the custody and the visitation of the children. It's not part of the factors of the best interest of the child analysis that Georgia law provides for. Adultery in Georgia does have some impact on alimony and spousal support. If the cheating spouse, if they were the cause of the divorce, the affair was the cause of the divorce, they are barred from receiving alimony in Georgia. However, on the flip side, just because somebody has committed adultery does not mean that they are going to be punished by having to pay the other spouse alimony. It's not always a tit for tat thing at that point, and so it's not necessarily a punitive thing in terms of having to pay, but it does prevent you from receiving alimony if you have had an affair, and that's the cause for the divorce. One of the myths that we hear about with adultery is that it impacts child support. It absolutely doesn't. The child support worksheets in Georgia don't have any component to them that where somebody pays more child support because they committed adultery or had an affair. It just really has nothing to do with the calculation of child support. There are a lot of myths about cheating and divorce, and if you spend time on the internet, you're going to see a lot of things that aren't exactly right, or they may be out of another state. So if you've got questions about an affair and its impact on your divorce case, call us at the Manili firm. We've been handling these cases for over 30 years, and we can help you, guide you through the legal ramifications of an affair on your divorce.